Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Are we ready for female leadership in public positions? We started that conversation at 5 a.m. today. We're wrapping off Morning Crossfire with that conversation. Exactly that conversation today. A lot of thoughts came in the morning. Lagos is calling me already. Calm down. We need to bring others into this conversation. Those that didn't join us from 5 a.m. We need to bring them into this conversation. So let me do that. I asked a question in the morning, early in the morning, whether Nigeria is ready for female leadership or not. And I broke it down. I said, when I say female leadership, I am not particular about any position. It could be president. It could be vice president. Have we had a vice president, a female vice president before? Figure that out. It could be Senate president. Have we had a female Senate president before? Figure that out. It could be deputy Senate president. It could be speaker. It could be deputy speaker. It could be governors. It could be, yes, deputy governors. Yes, we have. Yeah, in some states. In some states, yes, we have. It could be, what do they call them? Local government chairman. Councillors, I think, yes, we have. But I don't think we've done well in that space as well. So the question is, are we ripe for it? Female leadership. Why? What is the problem? Why aren't we having more females in highest positions in the public space? Stay here. We're back into this conversation in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my name is Abdul. My friends ask me how I stay updated with current happenings around me despite my busy work schedules. That's my secret. Everywhere I go, my radio goes with me. In the morning on my way to work, and even in the office, I'm always tuned in to 99.3 Nigeria Info. It keeps me going through the craziness of my everyday. My radio is my best friend. My radio is 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I want to appeal to you, if you're calling me right now, that if you're making your submission this morning, you have to be highly, highly civil in making your submission. Hate speech, derogatory speech. Let's move it away from our submission this morning, okay? I have just one phone line working. That particular phone line is split into 6, so it's not exactly one. So anybody can call it. The reason I'm saying this is so that our female listeners can join this conversation vigorously. We would love to hear from ladies out there who are listening to this conversation as to the preparedness, the willingness, the mindset of women, of Nigerians, on women taking positions of leadership in the polity. I'm not talking about private enterprise. I mean, in the private sector, come on, women are leading and they're doing very, very well in the private sector. But in the public sector, hardly. No, I mean hardly. Even in public parastatals, you barely see women leading there. Well, David is joining us right now, but before we pick David's call, let me announce the phone number: 0700 993 993 993. That is 0700 993 993 is the studio line. For Twitter, at Nigeria Info FM is the Twitter handle. That's right, at Nigeria Info FM is our Twitter handle this morning. If you're sharing your thought on this conversation this morning on Twitter, please add the hashtag Nigeria Info MCF. MCF is Morning Crossfire. MCF. It's just that you're going to start with hashtag Nigeria Info MCF. That's the hashtag. But for WhatsApp, the WhatsApp number is 0809 597 5805. That is 0809 597 5805. We're going to give every caller 60 seconds to call. And we'll embed this conversation into our Instagram page. If you're not following us on Instagram yet, please do that at Nigeria Info FM Lagos _. The one that you followed initially, did not have underscore, and that account is currently not active. So follow this one now and let me know what your thoughts are concerning Nigeria, ready or not, for female leadership at all levels or any level. Let's put it that way, any level at all. Let me know what you think on our Instagram page at Nigeria Info FM Lagos underscore. Now let's speak with David if he's still around. David, are you still here?
Yes, I'm there.
Let's have your thought. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah. You see, there's one area that people are not thinking about.
Okay.
Nigeria political leadership is attained through election. And election in Nigeria is a war front. And women have not started going to war front in Nigeria.
Are you serious?
So, yes, that's just the fact.
It's not a fact, actually, but go on.
Okay. So you have to, take Togri away from Nigeria election.
Okay.
And all these military warfare kind of situation, so that it will be easy for women to come in.
Okay.
That just it.
Okay. All right.
A lot of women are ready.
Okay.
But the place is still volatile for what they can cope, more than what they can cope up with. Thank you very much.
It's too hot for women. Okay, women, are you listening? Mazi is here. Mazi, good morning to you. Are you here with me? Mazi, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, Mazi.
Sheriff, we have tried enough. From 1960 to now, I think we are 50 years now. Now, men, they rule us. Men don't try. They need to cool down, give it to women. If you look at all the homes in this country today, women are in charge. I'm telling you.
All the homes. Did you say homes?
Most of the houses.
Okay.
And women be the pillar of the house.
All right.
Men just they vote for nothing.
All right.
And women are there for ground and then they rule. So me, I'm keeping up yesterday, and I Shah Buhari to be the president of Nigeria to rule Nigeria and Nigeria will.
Okay. Mazi, thank you. Aguma is here. Aguma, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. This is Aguma. It's long overdue for women leaders in Nigeria. We've been expecting it, and I believe they will do better. But the problem lies with the women. They don't sit down and believe that power will come to them. You go out and grab it.
Do you think they've not? Do you think they are not going out?
Huh?
You think they are not going out? They're not coming out to want to.
They're not coming out, and they believe that the environment is not good enough for them. No, they can create the environment. For instance, somebody talked about Togri. Form your political party and decide, even if the registration could be 1,000, 2,000, determines it.
Even if they do what you're saying they should do you think that we are ready? Nigeria is ready for it?
No, what is the percentage of women, in our population? So if they come together, last time a woman tried it, she got only one vote. Where were the women?
No, but so that's the thing. Election is not about how many women voted or how many men voted. It's about the people. Do you think the people are ready? Do you think we are ready as a people?
We are ready to accept them, but you don't drag them out. They must come out and then we accept them.
Okay, there you go. He seems to think that women are not exactly ready to come out. James is here, though. James, what do you think?
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
James from Ezigbo. Now, see, we should give women chance to rule. We have many of them capable women. Example, Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo Iweala. She's capable of running this economy very well. Since 1960, we have not seen any positive development. So let us try women again. Thank you.
Indeed. Let's try women again. Let me throw in some figures here. In this nice National Assembly, at the Senate, you have 7 women there. At the House of Reps, you have 11 women. In the Senate, you have 109 members. And 7 of them women out of 109. In the House of Reps, you have 360 members, and only 11 are women. Again, I ask, are we ready for female leadership yet in Nigeria? Is it the problem of women not coming out enough? Is it the problem that they are incapable? Someone called earlier at 5 a.m. to say that they don't pay attention to little detail. Okay, that's what a caller said in the morning. They nag a lot. They complain a lot. They look down on their subordinated a lot anywhere that they had positions of authority. As some of the excuse of that caller, or those callers, actually. But let's quickly go on to Osunde rather, from Ogun State, who is calling us right now. Osunde, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Sheriff.
Good morning to you.
Getting across to you is like passing through the eyes of the needle.
It's good to have you here finally.
Yeah, right. The question I've been trying you since morning, since the time is you and Jimmy Tiso analyze the headlines. I think what you just said, there's nothing impossible about women leading this country in every aspect, in every dimension of this country, presidency. Mm-hmm. And permit me to say this. There's no need of permitting the CNPP or whatever the political parties have said is in the print media, that the president should step down. I think if the president steps down, they should get a woman there. The late Professor Konyele, I still have her number.
You don't get somebody in there. You vote somebody in there.
I do understand.
Right.
I do understand. Listen to me. The late Professor Konyele, up till now, somebody was telling me, why don't I want to delete her number? I said, no. That woman is a blessing to Nigeria, which we did not know her value. When she was in NAFDAC, there was a documentary which Stella Okoli, that's another woman of Emzo, you know that, commission to should be done for NAFDAC. I handled most of this stuff. So we got close, and I found that that's a gem. Yeah, she is a gem. I still have her number. I said, such a woman, you don't delete her number. See, I'm not saying every home.
Yeah.
There are a lot of homes.
Yeah.
You see women leading charity begins what? At home. Charity begins that's all my grandfather is still alive. There's something he tells us, whatever midnight does, afternoon we surely know. And I read the book given to me by a German engineer that came to install God's printing machine in Nigerian Observer then in 1981. He said, no secret on earth. He said, by the time we unveil the whole bring women, we get to know that, yes, what we've been lacking.
Right.
I don't know, how do I put it now? We've been missing a lot.
All right, Osunde, thank you so much for talking to me. Udem is here. Udem, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Udem.
Sheriff. Yeah, my name is Udem. I'm from Labadon.
Good to have you.
My answer to it is two-way, yes and no.
Okay.
No, when you consider Nigeria as a country, I don't think we are ready for a woman's leadership.
Okay.
When it turns that we still live in a
patriarchy world.
Patriarchy world.
Right.
And for now, we haven't really accepted. Though something semblance of us voting a woman came close in last election in Taraba. It happened.
Yeah.
Then when I said yes, he said that I come from Anambra State. The Anambra State, I think, is very, very much possible. Currently, we have 2 senators, women.
Right.
In the Senate.
Right.
And there is this woman, I think, Ekunife.
Ekunife.
What I admire her is she fights like a woman. If not for maybe zoning, whatever, I'm very, very sure that come maybe 2022.
Right.
Anambra State can elect him. She's that qualified, and Anambra State can really elect him as a woman.
Right.
Yes.
Indeed. Thank you, Udem, for calling me. I appreciate it. I really do. If you want to have this conversation with me on Facebook, go ahead. We're streaming live on Facebook as we speak right now. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. Let me know what you think about Nigeria being ready for female leadership at all levels or any level at all. It's possible that you have your exceptions. Like, for instance, you could say that no, a female can't be governor, or no, a female can't be president for now in Nigeria. If you have such exceptions, then let me know. Madam Ife is calling us right now. Let's speak with her. Hello, Madam Ife. Good morning to you.
Morning, Sheriff.
Good morning.
Long time. Women, majority of us are result-oriented species because you will want to prove a point that I'm a woman. They've given me this task. I have to produce results. Let us even start from governor, or will I say no? Let's start from governorship.
Okay.
A state having a female as a governor, you will see the remarkable transformation of that state. Somebody like me, while I was in John Holt, they knew me as a result-oriented woman, particularly the whites there, the Europeans. Oh, go and meet Madam Ife. She will sort it out. Meet Madam Ife. It's something that we women, we should, if we can gather ourselves, like what somebody said, if we can have our own party.
Right.
We will flood the men because we are the voters, actually. We take the pains to go out to vote. So if we can do it, the sky is our beginning.
Right.
Good morning.
Thank you, Madam Ife, for calling me. Jefferson is also here from Lekki High. Jefferson, good morning to you.
Good morning, SheriffQuadry. How are you today?
Very well, Jefferson. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So the question is if Nigeria is ready for female leadership.
Right.
I want to separate that from if the Nigerian man is ready to treat the woman different. I think those are two different things.
Yeah, very different.
So to analyze it, I'll give you, let me tell you this. A very dear friend of mine had his fiancée who is Kenyan, come visit Nigeria recently. She was here for a while. And while we're in a conversation, and she told me that they have this 1 in 3 rule in Kenya, where out of every 3 members of parliament in Kenya, one must be a woman. So if Kenya, for instance, has 300 members of parliament in Kenya, if Kenya has 300 members of parliament, 100 of them are women. It is a law. So if we talk about Nigeria being ready for female leadership, it will start with our laws. It will not start with social values. It will not start with cultural values. All of that might be important. All of that is why I said we have to demarcate between female leadership and how the Nigerian man, I prefer to say the man, not the society, how the Nigerian man views the woman. Those are two different things. So if we want to talk about female leadership, it will have to start with the Nigerian law. Unless the Nigerian law is ready to give teeth to female leadership, we might not achieve anything. It is not whether a woman cannot be president yet. I don't know what that means. It's not whether the political atmosphere is too hot. I don't know. I don't also know what that means. It's the law that has to give teeth to female leadership and say a woman must be made to represent Nigeria in this capacity. If an Okonjo-Iweala can be a director at World Bank, if an Ezekwesili had served in international capacities, and these are just a few women. Right now in the United Nations, there is a Nigerian who is holding a top capacity. She's a woman from the north. If the Nigerian woman has excelled at the international level, I don't see why there is anything within our national sphere that a woman cannot handle. So the only problem is that there are no laws to enable women to be able to excel, and that is just what we need, nothing else.
All right, Jefferson.
It's not the politics, it's not the voting, it's not the political whatever. It's just the law. And until we are ready to do that, we might not be going anywhere with that.
Thank you.
Leadership.
Thank you with your submission, Jefferson. Appreciate it. Because you've heard it. When we return from this break, I'll be bringing some facts and figures before to buttress the conversation this morning on the show. Stay here on Nigeria Info. Why are we ready or aren't we ready for female leadership in Nigeria? I'll be right back.
This is an infomercial. Hey guys, your news plug.
Yes, 50,000 naira every week on Just a Minute Game Show. Just call in to any of our shows. The Morning Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, The Sunny Side, and Hard Facts. Answer as many questions as possible within 60 seconds and we'll be giving out 50,000 naira every week. Yes! 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 Winners will be announced on Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekrisili. Just a Minute, the game show for everyone on your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, absolutely. We're live from our studios here, broadcasting from Etimi and Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. This is Nigeria Info. I am SheriffQuadry. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Join the conversation there. And I have, of course, one question alone. Is Nigeria ready? Are you ready for female leadership in this country? Now, before the break, Jefferson was on air and Jefferson spoke about deliberate attempt towards making sure that we create space for women to be in positions of authority, well, leadership, simply put. Now, I'm going to take it off from what Jefferson said, because he's talking about quota, like legalize it, like a quota of this particular number of seats must go to women, that particular number of seats must go to women. Take, for instance, the issue of women in parliament. I said earlier, I gave out some figures earlier as to the number of women we have at the National Assembly, the number of women that we have at the House of Reps, and they're quite abysmal, like really, really poor. Now, the first country, the first nation in the world to introduce gender quota by law, the first country to make it compulsory by law when it comes to gender quota was Argentina back in 1991. They made it legal, compulsory, that this particular quota of seats must go to women in parliament. Since then, many others have followed suit. I'm going to drop some figures, some facts right now, so you can have better perspective of why this conversation is important, why we are not having enough of these kind of conversations. Rwanda is leading in the world with a number of more females in parliament. 61.3% more females than males. 61.3% in Rwanda. Followed by Cuba, 53.2%. Bolivia is third with 53.1% of women in parliament. Mexico is fourth with 48.2%, followed by Grenada, 46.7%, Namibia, 46.2%. You have Sweden there as well on number 7 with 46.1%, 45.7% is Nicaragua. Costa Rica is there as well with 45.7%. Costa Rica is there with 45.6%. South Africa, 42.7%. Finland, 42.0%. Senegal with 41.8%. So when you say that it's not an African thing, I beg to differ. Hi, Sandra. I seriously beg to differ. When you say it's not an African thing, because I've heard so many excuses. Women are not supporting women, that is why. The space is too toxic for women, that is why. This and that. You have Rwanda here in Africa. You have Namibia here in Africa. You have South Africa here in Africa. You have Senegal here in Africa. All of them above 40%. As a matter of fact, an African country is leading the world in this respect. More women in parliament than men. And that is Rwanda, 61.3%. Nigeria, what is your reason again? Oh, 700-993-993-993. That is my studio line. Shout out to Cheche of Wazobia. Rwanda is our favorite country. Right, I just thought to chip that in. Now I know why. Now I know why Cheche has picked Rwanda as a favorite country. More women in parliament than any other country in the world. I'm going to go to the WhatsApp in a moment, but I need to hear from females. I need to hear from women this morning. I need to speak with you more this morning on what you think about this conversation. 0700-993-993-993. On Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. The WhatsApp number is 0809-597-5805. Anthony is here from Ibejuleki. Anthony, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much. We will have female leaders, particularly the offices of president and governor. But first, you must do something.
Okay.
Your station is such a reputable station that should not be filling us with lies. In the name of one poem, rendered by one sugar-coated young man who could not afford to tell Nigerians the truth. He remembered in that poem, which you are using as jingle, you should stop it. To remember when power was seized by outside gunshots. He also he was saying that first president was Igbo, second soldier was Igbo. The hunger rose. What caused the hunger to rise? Why was it that all Hausa and Yoruba leaders were eliminated?
No, you've not actually, Anthony, wait first. You have not said anything about the lies you said you are being fed.
You have not gotten it.
No, I haven't. You are just explaining away. You've not. Yes.
We sang, we waved flag, we chose flag that shows peace. he denied the fact that anger did not rise because of the second.
And Anthony, I'm sorry, I can't help you. It's a poem. You don't expect it to be a novel, eh? I'm sorry. It's a poem. It's not a novel. Everything can be word for word in a poem. Huh? You put things together, words, and decipher the words if you're a poem, if you're a poetry person. It's as simple as that. It's not a lie. If it was a lie to you, well, maybe to you. But thank you for pointing that out, though, but there's no need. Thank you. John is here. John, hi. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes. Sorry, I hope we've not...
John, can you turn off your radio quickly, please? Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now, John.
All right. Like I said, I was following the program when we were talking about women involvement in our
yes, please.
Leadership positions. For me, I think this is one of the injustice Nigerians we are doing to our women folks. There is no reason why we shouldn't have women manning aspects of our political leadership. Somebody called earlier, and he mentioned the fact that some countries of the world have put up laws to regulate women involvement.
Right.
And I am also lending my voice that until the system, because we know the average Nigerian woman is not the violent type. In fact, naturally, women are not the violent type. You can hardly recruit young ladies in the streets that would go, like what we have in the Nigerian politics or during our elections. Talk, come up, just the mere threat will keep people away from following the process. So women hardly have such kind of mindset or orientation. And so the woman will always want to follow due process. And Nigeria, we are still far from such. And so I am of the opinion that now that we are trying to have a kind of mental revolution with regards to our politicians, okay, I'm of the opinion that we impress it upon our politicians to put up laws that will safeguard the interest of women when it comes to do with vying for leadership positions.
Okay.
Until we get laws to protect their interests, movement of our economy.
Thank you, John. Darren is here. Darren, hi. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff. How are you today?
Very well, Darren. How are you?
With on your topic this morning, I don't think the capacity or the ability of Nigerian woman is in question.
Okay.
I don't think so. We've more than proved over years that we are capable. We are more than capable to do this thing.
Right.
We are the backbone of this country.
Right.
But we need the country's support too. You've mentioned countries that have legalized it. Why has it not been legalized in Nigeria? Why isn't there a law saying that so number of women should be in Senate? Why isn't there a law saying that each government administration must have this amount number of women working?
Right.
It's been proven worldwide that women can do so many things.
Right.
For example, this COVID outbreak, the countries that are coming out bright are led by women. What more do we need? What more do we need to prove that we can do this thing? But the country itself, the government itself, should do something. Legalize it, make it legal, just like the other guy said. Make it legal. Make it legal for women to participate in these things. Then see the change. That's my submission this morning.
Thank you, Darren, for calling me. I appreciate it. Ifekoya is here, though. Hi, Ifekoya. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sheriff. How are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Yeah, bless God. I'm calling from Akoka currently.
Good to have you.
Sheriff, you're talking about women having tendency or being in power at all levels or at any level.
Yeah.
Sheriff, I think we are long overdue for such case.
Right.
In the sense that, look at the history of Nigeria. The leaders that we have had, right from the military to the civilian, they've all been men. But look at where they have run this country aground to, politically and all other spheres. So if a woman will, like I've always been, I don't mind who is there, as long as the person has the love of Nigerians at heart, whether it is a man or a woman. And if a woman is there, I feel she will do better, because women have better love for humanity, in my opinion, than men. They are soft-hearted. They are not as mindless as we could be at times. So, and if you look at our constitution, there's no provision of the constitution that states the gender of whoever will be in power. It doesn't exist. None of them state that it must be a man or it must be a woman. So anyone could be there.
Right.
As long as we are going to have a better society. And I think women can do it better. We have had women who have done it, and they have done it in a very good way.
Right. Thank you, Fekoya, for calling me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Harris is here, though. Harris is in Festac. Harris, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
So while I understand the point of what you're saying, I do think that there are a lot of issues that women are affected by because of their lack of representation. It is hard for nobody knows them better than themselves. So obviously, they need to be at the forefront of issues that affect them. But then at the same time, I also think that quotas propagate complacency in a sense. So take for example, you mentioned a list of countries. Now, from what I know, a lot of those countries are maybe I'm just looking at them in terms of their economic price or whatever. But a lot of those countries aren't first world countries. So then my question now is, what effect, has those policies, that policy?
So what you're saying is, Harris, bring quota system in doesn't necessarily translate into improved economy.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that they don't need to be better represented.
Yeah, I totally get you.
In government, they do. And not necessarily at the Senate or House of Representation, at the House of Representative level. Generally in all levels. Right. But what I have a problem with is the quota system. And another example is I will bring to you, say, a national charter system where for certain government positions or government positions, there has to be everybody. You have to take people from all sorts of states. And then, where has that gotten us? Because what happens is you get, you abandon, in a lot of cases, the more qualified people do not get into these places because you have to pick someone from everywhere. And I'm not saying women are not qualified, right? But what I am saying is we definitely need to do more to encourage, not necessarily encourage, but we need to do more to get more women into leadership positions. I'm not disputing that. But I feel
but not necessarily the quota system.
Yes, I feel they propagate complacency. We are not trying to get women in there for the sake of them being women. We are trying to get the best women. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah, so I'm very, when it comes to quota, the whole quota systems, I don't feel, if you look at these other countries that you mentioned, you spoke about, you mentioned, I think, Bolivia, you mentioned Cuba, none of them, as far as, not none of them, but most of them are not, world superpowers or anything. So then, I cannot now say, because of this quota system thing, for Argentina, for example, I cannot, there's no evidence saying, because of this quota system being introduced, they are doing this was the improvement, this was the benefit. But there might be some sort of benefit, might not be economical. But is there any evidence saying, this benefited us in one way? We should not be looking at things and being these people did it, so we need to do this. Because this thing looks shiny.
All right, Harris. Thank you.
And copying has is what has brought us to a lot of these very silly places we are. So
thank you, Harris.
That's just my 2 cents.
Appreciate it big time. Kennedy has been on the line for some time now. Kennedy, hi.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Kennedy. How are you?
To get you is just like passing through the eye of a needle.
It's good to have you here.
That, I got through.
Finally.
My name is Kennedy Ari. I'm calling from Attention. I want to lend my voice to the discussion. And what I want to say is this. I am a student of history, and I want us to cast back our mind to the Nigerian space when we gave women the chance. I will not mention name, but we can remember that there was a head of the House of Representatives who happens to be a female.
Okay.
We knew exactly how she came in and how she left. And I think it was that particular singular act that changed the paradigm from focusing on women in position. For just that singular act that woman committed in that position, the way and manner she was trying to distribute money and, do personal things for ourselves, which later came to the fore. So for me, I think it was that singular act that took the heart of Nigerians away from the women folks. Because I cannot lie to you, if that woman had done very well, it will have been able to give Nigerians the opportunity to think about a woman for the Senate president and maybe later begin to think of a woman to become the president of Nigeria. But the moment that woman was shamed out of that position, it changed the mind of Nigerians away from the women folks. Thank you.
Thank you kindly for calling me. Appreciate your time.
The Morning Crossfire with Sheriff.
Tell me.
I left my family to go and marry this lady. I paid money to bring her to my house. What else do you think you can offer me?
Did you marry because of sex? Is that why you married?
Yes.
The woman should not say, I'm not ready.
What if she says she's not ready?
When she says she's not ready, then he's inviting trouble. Which means the man can go outside.
But at least she will not be raped by her husband, right?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Join SheriffQuadry on the Morning Crossfire every weekday from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Good morning to you.
Hello, Mr. Sheriff.
Elias, morning to you. Morning.
Yeah, this is Elias from Lakwen in Bejuleke.
Welcome.
Yeah. It is high time. Whether they can govern or they can rule, they can be in position is not the question. Yes, they can.
Okay.
If Salif Johnson could do that in Liberia,
right,
and the present the ruler of the Germany now,
Angela Merkel.
So they can, but the question is, are we going to give them the conducive environment? Will there not be a man somewhere directing them what to do, telling them what to do when they are finally in power? And themselves, will they be able to manage the situation? Just let me say in managing aspect.
Let me just ask 3 questions from the 3 questions you've asked. I mean, the last call I did not because I didn't want to interrupt, but I think the thought is
okay.
Too much. So the first question, you said that will they be able to? Will nobody be somewhere giving them orders?
Yes.
Are there no one somewhere giving men orders today? That's number 1 question. Number 2 question is, you're saying whether they can manage very well. Have the men managed the affairs of the country, of the state, of the local government very well now? The third question I can't remember very well, but you can simply just superimpose that again with the...
Okay, yes. In that of men, yes, they are. We can categorically say it's happening in Lagos. Sorry.
So why then should we give that as an excuse not to have women in power? I mean, why then are you mentioning that? Let me put it that way.
Because all of us have a general mentality that women will not be able to handle things. And if you ask me now to go and vote, even women themselves on the field of, the electorate now.
Right.
Even women on the field, we know out of 100 women, we will only see 20 voting for women to be in power.
Okay.
Because they don't believe in themselves. And in managing things, was it not a woman that told us that snake has swallowed 36 million?
Was it not a man that went to go and bury millions of naira inside Sockaway?
No, don't misquote me.
I'm not misquoting you.
What I'm saying is that this system has been corrupted. It's corrupted already.
All right.
It's corrupt. It's in our system. Corruption is in our system, whether you are a man or woman.
Oh, yes.
We are all the same.
Oh, yes.
So that is what I'm saying.
All right.
Women can do, but let me tell you, if women can rule us, we will still, it's either we still experience what we are experiencing now, or we experience more.
Elias, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it. I'm going to go to the socials right now to go take some thoughts of our Facebook and YouTube live streams, because we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Nigeria Info 99.3. Luis de Maria on Facebook says African culture makes it impossible for women to become leaders due to the constraint of them being seen as home and housekeepers, take care of kids and cook. How many husbands will permit their wives to contest for political positions? And that's the reason I gave out the facts and figures earlier on. Let's not attribute this to Africa. There are African countries doing great. In fact, African country is leading the world in this respect. So again, it is not entirely true that African culture is responsible for this. In fact, in Africa here, women at some point, once upon a time, were leading the war front. So what's your excuse again about African culture? I can't get that. We just find a way to justify all of these things, but I get it. Thank you for sending your thought. Festa says women leadership may not be a reality with the current system. Besides, many women can't handle the pressure. But I will not be surprised if given the chance that they will fail. That is the mindset of Festus. Oshilaja says women will not want to attempt leadership position in Nigeria because of the present corruption, constitutional tribalism, and religious prevalent in the nation. Okay, that's Benedict Oshilaja on Facebook. Let me quickly go to Twitter to go take some thoughts off of Twitter. Oh, Victor, let me see if you're still here. Victor, hi, are you still here?
Good morning.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you for holding the line.
All right, I'm Victor from here.
Good to have you.
Okay, talking about women holding position, they are more than 100% qualified.
Okay.
But the truth is, we have to flush out this system. They cannot thrive in this type of system well, even our constitution. So, the former speaker who was a woman, that woman was set up by men. The male legislators.
She was set up.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned, because the system will not allow her to operate. They will bring this to her, they will tell her to sign it, she will sign and got into trouble. But if the system is right, if we have some people governing, the woman can still go there and do great things. So this system with the people at the help now,
right,
and the constitution we have,
right,
women will never compete. That is it.
Thank you for your thought, Victor. Thank you. Now let's go to Twitter. Joy Forever on Twitter. The post is on Twitter, by the way, at Nigeria Info FM on Twitter. Joy Forever says, we're not ready for female leadership in Nigeria. Culture, religion, and lack of voter education. It will change a whole lot of rethinking by most people. Do you know that Mrs. Sarah Jibril once contested, but how close was she? Funny enough, female run most homes. That's Joy Forever on Twitter. Additional on Twitter says, you really illuminated my psyche more this morning on this issue of women holding political positions in Nigeria. It is as clear as crystal that men have detrimentally and woefully failed this country. Women's space and leadership should be legalized in Nigeria too. It's time. That's additional. Thank you. Babatunde Mustafa says, Nigeria isn't ready for this yet. It will take time. We have religious and cultural biases on this. I think I took this earlier on. Thank you, Babatunde. I think I took your tweet. Bernard on Twitter is saying that the patriarchy system has made it difficult for women in Nigeria to become leaders. Until we abolish the system of patriarchy in this part of the world, else women will always be relegated to the other side of the room. We need to wake up from the retrogressive mentality. That's Bernard on Twitter. Gent Royal on Twitter says, no, I don't think we'll ever be ready for women leadership. Our religious beliefs and cultural background don't give women lots of chance to present themselves for an election. I am of the opinion that if there are 10 contestants and 9 are women, the man will win. Jen Troyo. That's how bad the situation is for Jen Troyo. Hyacinth Michael says Nigeria is ready, but the Nigerian female are not ready for political leadership. Look at banking sector, for example, it is dominated by women, and they are doing well. The last time we have a female presidential candidate, how many female voters, how many voted for her? Okay, hi, St. Michael. Thank you for your thought as well. So I think we need to go on a quick break right now. When we return from the break, let's see if we can play Just a Minute. Stay here.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. Havila Books is proud to announce the public presentation of The Will to Win,